Don't eat the poison hemlock. There's a reason it has the word poison in its name. Poison hemlock is one of the most toxic plants in the world. The fact that you could die if you get Irukandji syndrome is incredibly rare. Beneath nature's peaceful beauty lies a realm of lethal threats, from plants that kill with a single touch to venomous creatures that can end lives in minutes. In forests, deserts, and even our own backyards, these silent assassins turn an ordinary encounter into a deadly one instantly. Brace yourselves as we uncover the most terrifying threats you never want to encounter in the wild. Irukandji jellyfish. We start our list with the Irukandji jellyfish. The Irukandji jellyfish is only slightly larger than a fingernail, but don't let its size fool you. This tiny, nearly invisible creature has tentacles packed with venom that causes Irukandji syndrome, which brings unimaginable pain. It's one of the most dangerous creatures on the planet, and this little beastie is one of them, a jellyfish called an Irukandji. Within 20 minutes of being stung, victims can experience intense symptoms like severe muscle cramps, back pain, vomiting, sweating, and extremely high blood pressure. Many describe it as the worst pain they've ever felt, and some say they feel like they're dying. The venom is so potent that in severe cases, it can cause brain hemorrhages and heart failure, sometimes leading to death. Mostly found in northern Australia and the Indo-Pacific region, the jellyfish uses its venomous sting as a defense mechanism. But unlike other jellyfish, the Irukandji can actively control its movements, making it more likely to swim towards people instead of just drifting. Avoiding it is difficult since the jellyfish is almost invisible in the water, and the sting is equally hard to treat. The sting of the Irukandji jellyfish may bring pain, but our next threat delivers a sting that feels like pure fire. Bullet ant. Deep within the rainforests of Central and South America lurks an insect whose sting is so excruciating it's likened to being shot, the bullet ant. Reaching up to 3 centimeters in length, this formidable ant delivers a venomous sting that tops the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale developed by entomologist Justin O. Schmidt. Schmidt describes the bullet ant's sting as pure, intense, brilliant pain, like walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The source of this agony is a neurotoxic peptide called ponerotoxin that disrupts voltage-gated sodium ion channels in nerve cells, leading to intense pain and temporary paralysis. Remarkably, the pain can last for up to 24 hours, earning the bullet ant the nickname 24-hour ant in Venezuela. While a single sting is unlikely to be fatal to humans, multiple stings can pose serious health risks. In fact, entomologist Justin O. Schmidt has stated that approximately 245 stings could be lethal for a healthy 70 kilograms adult. As a testament to their formidable stings, the Satere Mawe people of Brazil incorporate bullet ants into a coming-of-age ritual. Young men prove their readiness for adulthood by wearing gloves filled with stinging bullet ants. You'll feel the bullet ants sting right away, but the next threat kills silently, without instant pain, to warn you. Poison hemlock. Looks harmless, right? Tall and delicate with white flowers, poison hemlock can easily be mistaken for wild parsley, but beneath its innocent appearance lies a killer cocktail of toxic alkaloids. Just a few bites of its leaves or seeds can cause fatal effects on the nervous system. The main toxin, conine, acts quickly, causing nausea, tremors, and muscle paralysis. This is one of the most poisonous plants and is dangerous to both humans and pets. Historically, this plant has a notorious reputation for its role in ancient executions. Most notably, the philosopher Socrates was sentenced to death by drinking hemlock in 399 BC. Unlike fast-acting poisons, hemlock's toxin has a slow onset, giving its victim a false sense of recovery. But when the symptoms return, they hit hard. Paralysis spreads, eventually shutting down the respiratory system. Without medical intervention, this often means death. Even worse, poison hemlock is a master of disguise. It's often confused with edible plants like wild carrot and Queen Anne's lace, which grow in the same habitats, commonly found in Europe, North America, and Australia. Every part of the plant, from stem to root, is poisonous, and even touching it can cause skin irritation. So if you see tall green stems with purple blotches, stay away. There's no antidote for hemlock poisoning. Don't eat the poison hemlock. There's a reason it has the word poison in its name. Poison hemlock is one of the most toxic plants in the world, and prompt medical attention is your only chance for survival. Hemlock's poison acts silently, but the touch of our next plant will make you wish it stayed hidden. Gympie plant. In the lush rainforests of northeastern Australia, a seemingly innocuous plant hides a formidable defense mechanism. Known scientifically as dendrocnide moroides, the gympie plant is notorious for its excruciating sting. Typically reaching 1 to 5 meters in height, this shrub is covered in fine silica-tipped hairs that act like hypodermic needles, injecting a potent neurotoxin upon contact. The pain from a gympie is immediate and intense. It's likened to being burned with hot acid and electrocuted simultaneously. Remarkably, this pain can last for days, weeks, or even months, with some reports indicating pain lasting up to 2 years. The plant's toxin is so persistent that even decades-old dried specimens can still cause severe reactions. Historically, encounters with the gympie have led to extreme distress. In 1866, a road surveyor in North Queensland reported his horse being stung, going mad, and dying within 2 hours. The plant's ability to shed its toxic hairs into the air means that even being near it poses a risk, as inhaling these hairs can lead to respiratory complications. Despite its dangers, some animals, like the red-legged pademelon and the nocturnal green ringtail possum, have developed a tolerance to the gympie sting and can consume its leaves without harm. You might try to avoid the touch of a plant, but there's no escaping the next swarm. Africanized honeybees. In 1957, a Brazilian experiment to increase honey production went awry when African honeybees escaped quarantine and interbred with European honeybees, creating the aggressive Africanized honeybee, or killer bee. These hybrids are known to react to disturbances 10 times faster than European honeybees and pursue perceived threats for up to 400 meters. While their venom isn't more potent than that of other honeybees, the sheer number of stings they can deliver poses a significant danger. Since their emergence, Africanized honeybees have been responsible for over 1,000 human deaths, with victims typically receiving 10 times more stings than from European honeybees. These bees swarm 20 to 40 times more often than their European counterparts and establish colonies in various locations, including cavities in the ground, walls of buildings, and even abandoned cars, increasing the likelihood of human encounters. Escaping a swarm of bees is one thing. With the next threat, you might not even see the danger coming. Manchineel tree. Meet the manchineel tree, nicknamed Little Apple of Death. Native to the Caribbean, Central America, and parts of Florida, this unassuming tree holds the title of the world's most dangerous tree. Its innocent appearance hides an array of lethal properties. Every part of the manchineel is poisonous. This tree is so toxic that most have signs posted around them warning passers-by of the dangers. The tree produces a milky sap laden with forbol and other skin irritants. Contact with this sap can cause severe skin inflammation, blisters, and even temporary blindness if it reaches the eyes. In fact, it's dangerous to even stand under the tree during rain. Water dripping from its leaves can carry the sap and cause burns on the skin. The tree's small, greenish-yellow fruits resemble apples and emit a sweet fragrance. However, consuming them leads to excruciating pain in the mouth, swelling of the throat, and severe digestive problems, potentially causing death. Historical accounts reveal that indigenous people used the sap to poison their arrowheads. This tactic is believed to have contributed to the death of Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de León in 1521. Even burning the wood is dangerous. Inhaling the smoke can cause respiratory distress and eye injuries. Despite its dangers, the manchineel plays a vital ecological role. It acts as a windbreak and prevents coastal erosion. But there's one creature completely immune to the manchineel's poison. Interestingly, the black spiny-tailed iguana is immune to its toxins, and consumes its fruits without harm. In areas where it grows, manchineel trees are often marked with warning signs or painted with red bands to alert passers-by. The manchineel tree hides poison in plain sight, but our next threat creeps in the dark of night. Kissing bugs. Lurking in the shadows is a bug that's causing concern, nicknamed the kissing bug. Known scientifically as triatomine bugs, kissing bugs are not just creepy, but incredibly dangerous. These nocturnal hunters have a hair-raising method of survival. They sneak up on unsuspecting humans, often attracted to the carbon dioxide we exhale, typically aiming for the face. They bite people near the mouth or eyes while they sleep. But it's not just their bite that makes them terrifying. It's what happens afterward. After feeding, they leave behind feces near the bite wound, which often contains the Trypanosoma cruzi parasite. If the infected area is scratched or touched, the parasite can enter the bloodstream, leading to Chagas disease, a chronic, potentially fatal infection. Chagas disease isn't something you'll notice right away. It often lies dormant, silently damaging vital organs like the heart and digestive system over years. In its advanced stages, it can silently kill by causing heart failure or severe digestive problems. The World Health Organization estimates that over 6 million people worldwide currently live with Chagas disease, and thousands of deaths occur each year. Kissing bugs are also difficult to avoid, as they are masters at blending into their surroundings, making them hard to spot. If a bug's bite can bring disease, wait till you see what a small bite of this fungus can do. Death cap mushroom. Officials are calling this the first confirmation of death cap mushrooms in Idaho. Most poisonous mushrooms won't kill you, just cause severe headaches and vomiting. The death cap mushroom isn't like other poisonous mushrooms. Known scientifically as Amanita phalloides, the mushroom is responsible for approximately 90% of mushroom-related deaths worldwide. Its deceptive appearance, a smooth greenish to yellowish cap, white gills, and a bulbous base, often leads foragers to mistake it for edible varieties. Eating even a small portion can be fatal. The death cap contains potent amatoxins that inhibit RNA polymerase II, halting protein synthesis and leading to cell death, particularly in the liver and kidneys. Symptoms typically appear 6 to 24 hours after ingestion and include abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. A deceptive period of apparent recovery may follow, but without prompt medical intervention, liver failure and death can occur. This fungus's ability to adapt has allowed it to spread to regions outside of Europe, such as North America and Australia, often associated with oak and pine trees. Notably, in May 2020, a 98-year-old woman in Melbourne died after consuming death cap mushrooms she picked from her garden. There's no easy way to tell the difference between an edible mushroom and a potentially deadly one. If a small mushroom can cause fatal damage, imagine the impact of something the size of a bowling ball falling from the sky. Bunya pine cones. First of all, they look impressive. They're really, really big. Towering over 50 meters, bunya pine trees dominate parts of the Australian landscape, but standing beneath them is like stepping into a danger zone. Every 2 to 3 years, these giants drop massive cones, some weighing up to 14 kilograms, with no warning. Imagine a projectile as heavy as a bowling ball falling from the height of a 10-story building. That's the force with which a single bunya cone can strike anything in its path, be it a car, an animal, or a human. But this time, there's another threat to the trees themselves. Bunya pines are vulnerable to Phytophthora cinnamomi, a soil-borne pathogen often spread through contaminated soil carried by people's shoes or equipment. This deadly disease is killing off bunya pines, even ancient ones over 800 years old, disrupting entire ecosystems that rely on these trees for food.